You'll be famous.
말씀 못.
To be honest, none of us in cryptocurrency world would like to be famous. Don't we? We don't want banks and governments to know us because we go against the system. But the most important thing behind this company, who created this company, and people behind this company are that's the biggest people in the world. You know, there's Lim Soo-kok, the guy who was director for Kappa Computer Asia. When he came to this company, the Kappa Computer was small and the revenue was around $30 million annum. Yeah. When he came, he took to 1 billion within 7 years, which is massive, absolutely. Then he joined Kappa Computer to the Hewlett-Packard. Now he's on board with the other company. That's just the one name. We've got Professor August from Vietnam, who was a former advisor for Ronald Reagan and George Bush. He's on board as well. And I met all of them. I spoke with them and we worked with top people. Do you know Forex? I'm sure you know. Stock market, Forex. I think yesterday we had a big meetup with a guy from California. He's a half Korean. He's a CEO of... I left... Pardon?
What was his name?
His name, the guy. The guy from the stock market from California. His name is Andrew Lim. Yeah. Okay, you know this different one as well, yeah? So anyway, we had a quite long meetup together, and he was very interested as well. And what happened? He knows a lot about forex market, yeah. And when I told him that the guy who created FXCM platform, which is the biggest platform on forex market, joined to our project. His name is Mr. Blair Baker. He was just blown up. He couldn't believe. He said, "This is just unbelievable," because he's such a big person with such a high reputation. Mr. Blair Baker. He was former advisor to Fed, Federal Government Bank of USA. So big people behind this project. And if you have a time, we can sit down and talk about it. Maybe we can do some business. Because yesterday we had a meetup with the guy. You know, we're helping people as well. We met a very clever guy. He's working here in Korea with some IT programmers, and they've got quite good idea. They would like to put their own token to the market. The problem is, as you know, we've got around on CoinMarketCap only. We've got 1,600 listed coins. Yeah, as we know, at least 80% of them will never survive this market. You may have the greatest idea in the world, but first of all, if you haven't got community behind you, so like a lot of people, yeah, who already joined with the project, if you haven't got a team who's got connections into the financial world with government, you probably won't survive. And what happened? We spoke with him. I think we like his idea, what he wants to create, and we're gonna help him to put his project through our TAO, which is tokenized asset offering, because there will be big companies launching their token to the TAO, and also some small startups. And if he will go through the verification and everything ends up well, then we help him. And that's why he joined us as well. So he was very happy.
Basically, you're helping other startup companies
as well, not only, but as well.
Yes. The companies to issue their token through your platform.
As well, but this is not the only main project, because Like we even spoke with this guy from California. He said he knows already. He told us, yeah, around 80% of projects on the market will never survive. At least 80%. Some experts say even 90%. So the most important thing is not only technology, but community. And he said that that's the biggest issue for the newcomers, yeah, because they're struggling to build up the community. And our project already has been like known in 160 countries, and we've got many people on this project already. And but for me, what is most important, the team is I think one of the biggest on the market now, and the vision behind the project. So they like experts said when I showed them what the project is about, they said the vision is so unique and the technology solutions are so unique that at the moment ordinary people and even some people from cryptocurrency world don't recognize it, don't understand it. And for example, you know that Bitcoin 5 years ago was called scam, yeah? People called, even last year CEO of JP Morgan said it's a fraud. Bitcoin is a fraud. Price went down and they bought Bitcoin. Couldn't believe it. So funny. People still believe to the banker, CEO of the biggest bank in the world said Bitcoin is a fraud. If one of my managers would buy Bitcoin, I would suck him. I would just let him go. And then one of my guys who's working on Wall Street, he said checkmate CEO Morgan, JP Morgan, and he just put on Facebook because you can find out everything on the blockchain. It's easy. And after this fake news about Bitcoin is a fraud and is a scam, is a bubble, the price went down, and he found out that JP Morgan was buying Bitcoin. And he put checkmate JP Morgan and just address of JP Morgan buying Bitcoin cheaper. That's why they've done this. So now our project, from some people, they don't like recognize it, they don't understand. This was exactly the same like with Bitcoin a few years ago. People called it scam, called it fraud, but Bitcoin was a start of cryptocurrency revolution, isn't it? They built first coin on the blockchain, first cryptocurrency, limited supply, and now people realize that this is a digital gold, yeah. So they realize that after 5 years, everyone will be talking, oh, I should invest in Bitcoin. But when we think now, would you like to get back to the 2010 with your knowledge? Probably you would buy Bitcoins like thousands of them, wouldn't you? But we cannot back ourselves to this 2010. But we've got the knowledge now, and we can learn from the history. So now I said to myself, okay, I won't do this mistake twice. Now I had this opportunity to join to the other company to get something cheap, early, when it's unique, when people don't understand. And I know now that after 2-3 years, the project I'm involved with will be so recognized like Google, like Visa, or Facebook. You may laughing, but I met people who was behind this project personally. I spoke with them. So I'm sure that this will go through. And for example, the way they would like to bring the payment, solution. We because of the community so big. By the end of this month in Barcelona, they will launch the application to our smartphones that will be using NFC technology, and we will be able to pay with cryptocurrency, which is first time in the world, just within 9 days. I will be able, from 1st of July, I will be able to pay with my cryptocurrency in every. They've got the price